How are you?
Rob, will I tell you how I am?
Please, let me know.
I've got heartburn.
Heartburn?
Yeah, I can't shift that.
Well, that's not good.
Leah's blaming my... No, I made the vegan burgers today. I'm trying to save my hands. I made beetroot vegan burgers, but Leah had instant heartburn after them. I didn't, but it's certainly at me now.
What were your ingredients? Beetroot, lentils?
Beetroot, lentils, garlic, onion, and rolled oats. Well, shouldn't be nothing spicy in there, is there?
No.
Oh, and 2 chilies.
What kind of chilies? 2 Scotch bonnets.
Chilies. 2 Scotch bonnets. So
Alabama
keep you right.
Reapers.
Look, there's somebody coming in. No, it's not. It's okay. We're okay. Because we're live.
We're live, and we're going to do this. We've got 2 books to review tonight. Chris, why don't we do?
I'm just checking my... Do you want me to go first, Rob? Yeah, that's good. I'm just sitting down again.
You'll end up talking more than I will.
I really won't. I really won't this time, because this stuff's quite. This stuff's quite. My review. You know what my reviews are like, Rob. They are. What would you say? At best, interesting. Would you say that?
Oh, they're interesting. You're hilarious, and as Olivia says, you're fit.
Fit. Well, as Leah said today, for you, so I'm fittering here. As Leah said today for you, whenever she said that you were the eye candy, and that I was funny. That was what it was. You were the eye candy, and I was funny.
I think it's the other way around. I think I'm funny, and you're the eye candy.
Yeah, I'm sure. I would imagine everybody that knows you thinks you're funny, Rob. Funny looking,
oh God,
maybe.
It's that fucking funny fucking Durston again. Oops, I swore this time.
Oh, you know what? You know what I'm noticing? I'm noticing that my mic is hitting off my... Let me shift this up a tiny bit. So pro. Okay, I'm going to go first. I am reviewing... I'm such a dick. I'm reviewing, he says, holding the book in his hand, but also... I'm trying to see something here. Now, this isn't. Just ignore me, Rob. I'm trying to see something. Okay. I'm trying to see when it was. Okay, 2015. Okay. So this is Union. Okay, you can't see this, of course, because you're not looking. Okay, and it's by Noel Bowler. I can't. I've got a short mic on, I should say to everybody, so I'm quite close to the camera, so I'm going to move it about like a 3D picture. Okay, so it's Noel lectures in University of Suffolk, which is way up the league tables in the university league tables for photography. It comes in a nice brown package. I get this through the post. It was free. It was a gift, which is very nice. Nice stamps. Union. Okay. So whenever when I say Union, yeah.
Can you hold on a second?
Yeah, you okay? Have you paid the test?
No. There's something going on in the other part of the house.
Oh no, a burglar. That'll be Olivia moving out. I would imagine she's taking her opportunity.
No, I'm watching my audio levels go from like next to 0, and they just slowly starting to creep up and up and up and up, and I'm wondering what's going on here.
Do you hear any stones being thrown in the vicinity? It's like your man, what was his name? David Shakura? Is that him? The ghost hunter.
I have no idea. Sorry, Union. We're good.
Union.
We're good. I think we're good.
Oh. I'm now getting stuff, Rob. Venus is high in the sky tonight. Okay. So Union, really nicely packaged, came in a really beautiful, really well thought out. I love this sort of stuff. I love whenever care and attention is put into the packaging of the book. It's published by Kehrer and Kehrer, Kehrer, Kehrer.
Yeah.
I could say it in German, but I'm not going to show off. Okay, and it's, what size would we say it was? Gosh. It is kind of bigger than A4. How would that be? Bigger than A4. Okay. And it is many pages. Oh, lovely, Noel. No page numbers, of course, as I noticed earlier on. The final page. Final page is numbered. It's 125 pages. Okay.
It's decent.
That's a nice. Yeah, it's a decent. Well, you can see it's a piece of work for sure. Okay, so I should say that Noel is. I maybe said this already. Noel's a pal of mine. We did our masters together in UU, University of Ulster. Before that, Noel was an alumni of what do you call that university in Wales, where all the people go.
I have no idea.
Newport, that's it. Newport. All the big names come out of Newport. But anyway, this was developed for the kind of through the MFA. I'm not sure if it was up and running before that, but it was definitely, whenever he was there, he was bringing in stuff and we were seeing it. So it's 14 different countries. Okay, and it is. I am going to read this. It's made over a 4-year period, defined by economic uncertainty, increased worker insecurity, and the decline of traditional work practices. Okay, so essentially, Noel is going around into kind of rooms. Let's see. I'll just open one of these up so you can see. Okay, this is kind of okay. So it documents interior spaces of trade union offices. Okay, so it's 14 different countries. So you can imagine all the nuances that go with that. We have, 14 different countries from Russia through to Poland, etc., etc. Mm-hmm. The work is beautifully shot. I mean, one thing Noel is, well, a lot of things Noel are, but he's a brilliant practitioner. So the work is just sublime. I remember at one point it was just the spaces. It was literally just the union spaces, and then he developed a slightly different approach, or a new approach, a well thought out approach, where he put in portraits. And that people I think this is, I don't know if this is, but there's Jimmy Hoffa's grandson is in there. Wow. So it's people of power. So it's not just the rooms. I don't know how the book would look with just the rooms. It would be a very, very different book, for sure. But anyway, there's really beautiful portraits, and the lighting is controlled, and the rooms are very well thought out from where he's made the work. So Noel was born. He says he was born in 1978. That's a lie. He's born in 58. If he was born any time,
and he says he's 5'10.5" too, probably.
He's only 5'3". Everybody knows that. 5'3" and 60. He really has taken a chance with that. That's because he's teaching now. He wants the kids to think he's cool. Okay. And importantly, he's been. He's shown in New York photo festivals. He's shown in Arles. He's been nominated for the Durst Boys Photography Prize. So this guy knows what he's doing. He was great to be on the course with because he was dogged. His work ethic was next to none, and he was very principled with the whole thing. Mm-hmm. This wasn't just making a new body of work. This was something that was much more. It really was about the kind of uncertain times that we find ourselves in with regards to the workers' rights, which I would be right up there with, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. So the book signed is 48 quid. If you go onto the Carer website and look at other books that are in there, you'll see the quality and the stuff that he's sitting with. Mm-hmm. But it's one of my books. It sits on the shelf next to. Who is it sitting next to? It's sitting next to Heidegger Tunamara. So it's there. It's listed all the time and shown and read and brought out and kind of perused over. So that's me, Rob.
Have you let him know?
What, that it sits there?
Yeah.
No.
How much it means to you that you actually take it out and look at it every once in a while?
Nah, but you know what? It's from Hoth, and whenever I go to Hoth, I do think about it whenever I'm having a Bishop's chip. You know what I should do? I should next time. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get chips. I'm going to put them in the curb. I'm going to write "thank you" in the chips and photograph them and send them to him. No. no, yeah, no, Noel's important to my work in lots of different ways, but he's a good guy as well. But the work is sublime, and he doesn't mind. He doesn't mind. It was a bit sickening, he'd put up stuff on Facebook, and it would be him. I don't know where he was. I'm sure he wished there was an office somewhere really exotic, like the Bahamas, but he didn't. I'm not sure the Bahamas is there. But he was always away. He was always driving not fancy, hire cars, but doggedly approaching the subject. So have a look at it. I would say that if you were to email, please email Noel. If you go on to the University of Suffolk, his email will be there, so you can find. I'll put the email up in a link, for goodness sake. And if you have any questions, I would say if you ask them, he'd be glad to answer. Okay.
Cool.
That's me. That's my definitive guy. Oh, I should say 57 colour illustrations. Okay. It's 24 by 28 centimetres.
So it's all in colour.
It's all colour, yeah. Absolutely all colour, yeah. So it's
digital or film?
It's film, all film.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah, it's a
color
cool
neg? Transparency?
Good question.
What does it look like? Does it look like neg?
Yeah, it does look neg. No, it is neg. I'm sure it's neg. Yeah, it's neg. It's neg. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't. For my eyes are dimming, Rob.
Turn the light up.
I'm serious. No, well, you've seen the light. You've seen the light. You've seen the light, the contrasty light with which I try to.
Are you wearing your Commodore hat tonight?
No, I'm not. I'm wearing a fancy shirt that Leah made me wear because Leah said she wanted to style me tonight.
Are you wearing your fez?
No, the fez. I'm looking at the fez. The fez over there. The fez doesn't bloody fit me. I have a wee tiny head, and small feet. There you go. Bit of information. And a toe that isn't quite right. I would change my toe.
I got a big head and big hands.
No shit, Sherlock. I have often thought about. Do you know what, Rob? Whenever we get back together, you know what we're going to do? We're going to have a dance, you and I. I know you're not tactile, but I want to hold your hand inside my hand, and just get you to spin me like I nearly said the bitch I am. Spin me like the girl I want to be. Okay.
Yeah,
that deal?
Yeah.
Okay. That's me. That's my rendition
that's just fabulous. Great, Chris. That's more than I could ask for. Oh, got a moth.
I am very. We have loads of moths.
Is that where you sent one over to me?
It's watching you. Rob, I'm dying to know. What expensive.
Well, we were talking about this the other night, and
yeah.
This is one of my actual childhood icons, heroes, if you could call a photographer a hero.
Barry Sheen?
I'm looking at the book. It's got a few miles on it.
Okay. That's good. I like that.
It's maybe 12 inches by 12 inches square.
Okay.
I've lost the dust cover somewhere along the line. There was a dust cover.
I don't mind a book being well fingered, but a man who lost the dust cover, it says things, Rob.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've lost so many books over the years, I just don't even know. So I'm amazed. This is the first time I've picked up this book in 15 years. But previous to that, I mean, this book was published in 93, and I got it in the fall of 93.
Jesus, 93
So for whatever it was, 10 years, 12 years,
yeah.
I was constantly fingering this book.
Stay on, Rob.
Are you ready? Do you want to know what book it is?
I want to know what marriage you're on at that point, and I only ask that so I can visualize.
93? 93 would have been marriage 1.5.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
At the end, it would have been 2.5.
It's nice.
So,
I like
two separate. And actually, there was another 2 in between there, and the first one in between there, we actually went to the show.
Rob, we've lost 10 feminist views. Just as 1.5, I think we were gaining them. At whenever you started moving on from that sentence, I felt they were dropping off.
So in some crazy blur of memory back in the 90s, I actually bought this book and I went to his opening, and I believe it was in Montreal, and it's Shelby Lee Adams, and it's Appalachian Portraits.
Beautiful.
And it's a beautiful book. It is all black and white, and I'll show you here now. It's all black and white portraits of Appalachian mountain people.
Lovely.
And a lot of it is of the Napier family. They're like his classic go-to subject. He shoots everything 4x5, black and white.
Easy then, easy.
Yeah,
easy,
real easy to compose portraits with 4x5. And when he does light them, he lights in a real easy sort of butterfly or symmetrical umbrella situation. So he'll have two umbrellas at 45 degrees, almost like a copy art sort of lighting setup.
Lovely.
So two umbrellas, 45 degrees, Linhof, 4x5, makes for incredible detail, incredible tonality.
Yeah.
And I mean, this stuff is just, it's gorgeous. And you can read so much into these photographs. Like, these are snake handlers, you know, the crazy snake handlers of Appalachia. And let's see, I'll show you some Napier stuff here.
Rob, I was nodding my head there, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know about the snake handlers.
It's a religion.
I was like, oh, really?
It's a, I don't know if you'd call it a sect, but it's an offshoot of Christianity.
Jesus.
They handle snakes, and if you're I have no idea, but I'm just rhyming this off. But if you're pure of heart of God, then you can handle the snakes and they won't bite you.
I'm going to try that. Nah, I'm not.
So here's a beautiful shot of Grandpa Napier in a funeral home, crouched down, looking directly into the camera beside the casket of his dead son. And the casket's open and you can see his son in there.
Was that because he was snake wrangling?
No, I think he was shot.
Jeez, God.
I think he was shot and killed.
Good Lord.
There's Mary Napier with a cigarette in her mouth.
Do you know where the Appalachian Mountains? Do you know where the people came from? The hillbillies. Ulster.
Yeah.
You probably look at them. They look like me.
I'm showing you two iconic shots. This is of the Napier family in their living room. And the living room, you've got a son seated, you've got Grandpa standing beside a wall, you've got the other son through a hole in the wall holding a cat, and you've got Grandma standing on the other side of the frame. And all of the walls are wallpapered with newspapers.
Shut up.
And it's just stunning. It is so real. It's such real photography. It really is. They're beautiful, introspective portraits of these people. On the left-hand page here, this is the classic one. This is of the Napiers on a hog killing. So they've got a hog tied up, dead obviously, on a tripod in their backyard. And you've got all the brothers on either side. And then you've got Grandpa seated and Grandma standing. So it's a very symmetrical shot, beautiful composition. It's just beautiful stuff.
Do you think he is, Selby is? These are posed, as in he's conducting 5x4.
Yes, they are definitely posed. I mean, there's no way that you can shoot a candid 4x5. Some Graflex or an SLR. But these are, I mean, he's posed them, but they're legitimate poses. It's not, you can totally see that these guys would actually be standing in this, these sort of,
As a painterly, when you look at it, do you think, okay?
I don't know if I would consider it painterly. I would consider it more of a reportage.
What I mean by that is I don't mean kind of Caravaggio. What I mean is does it seem as though, you know, he's setting the subjects out, but it's pretty meticulous with regards to, you know, what way they're looking, and you know, as you said, but grandma standing and, you know, the grandpa sitting down, you know, it's probably all hierarchies and all that sort of guff. I imagine you don't go out to the Appalachian Mountains with a 4x5 and not consider that, I suppose.
I love it. It's beautiful. It is, I don't know how many pages it is here. It is, let me check.
8.
The book. There's no page numbers.
Yeah.
Let me just look it up here real quick while I'm talking to you.
Those hippies.
108 pages.
Crikey.
Publisher is the University Press of Mississippi.
How much was that? Did you say? Oh, you told me how much it was.
No, I bought this book. I believe I bought it at the exhibit. Mm-hmm. And I personally wouldn't have paid more than $50.
Yeah.
You know, at the time.
Yeah.
This book now, to buy this hardcover book is £244.
Rob, put one on for me, will you?
Yeah. Down on Amazon. Sure.
I'm going to put it in my Shackleton coat, along with my BJP membership.
But it's a beautiful book. It's lasted, you know, like I said, I've fingered it many times, over and over. And it's a good inspiration.
Well, you often find it that. What age would Selby have been at that point, do you think, in the 90s?
He was easily in his 50s.
Okay, oh, that's not old. I'm 52.
But that's 30 years ago now, so.
Is he alive or dead?
He's still alive, yeah. Well, I'll put his website down below.
Let's contact him, Rob. Let's send him a link to this.
Sure.
Yeah?
Sure, absolutely. I mean,
good. I'm going to say.
Unfortunately, this is the only book I own of his. He has several other books, and
Rob, don't beg him for other books. If he's going to see it, he might send you one, but he may not. There's nothing worse than a Canadian accent asking for favours. It sounds très drôle to be Montrealian about the whole thing. See what I did there?
Yes.
I slipped into a different language just with ease.
Is that French?
Drôle. It was indeed French. Traverser la rue. I could go on. Dan Le Jardin. I could go on all day.
Voulez-vous accoucher avec moi ce soir?
Oh, whenever you say voulez-vous, I just think mushrooms stuffed into a wee lovely bun case at a wedding. The voulez-vous are beautiful, as my granny would have said. Rob, that's a very comprehensive book report you did. I should have talked more about Noel's photos.
Well, I
didn't. I was more about other stuff. I was more about the design. Do you know what? You know why that is? Because I'm not good at book reviews. I'm going to have to sit and watch some people doing book reviews to see what the crack is.
Actually, looking at this, yeah, it's okay. Never mind. I'm all good.
Do you know what? I think my style is I'm trying to be Michael Parkinson, but actually I'm not being Michael Parkinson.
You're being Jimmy Fallon?
Well, I thought you were going to say Jimmy Savile. We would have gone into a wild row there. No, I feel more like a drunk George Best or a drunk Oliver Reed than a part. I'm going to have to work on it.
Well, Chris, we have a few minutes left here.
Okay, what are we going to do, Rob?
Let me ask you, what do photo books mean to you? In all seriousness, like,
what do they mean to me?
Yeah, like if you went, okay, you had a shoot in London, you got a couple extra hours, you find this old bookstore with wood floors and wood bookshelves, and they've got every photo book.
The eyes are closed.
Where are you? Yeah, and it's kind of got that, musty smell to it, and a little bit of cigar smoke mixed into it.
Yeah.
Which section of photo books are you going to go towards? And then, which one are you going to purchase for yourself?
Oh, Rob. Such a question.
Because they don't necessarily need to be the same place. You might be really
No.
interested in something but want to buy something else.
Oh, God. I think I would probably... Well, the book I'm going to buy every time is going to be Raise a Laugh every time.
But you're not going to buy it. You've already owned it. You already have it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so hypothetically, okay, I see what you're saying. If I didn't own it. Okay, I'm going to get... I'm probably going to go to... Oh, Jesus, Rob, there's so many. At the minute, would I be honest with you? Yeah. What's kind of fascinating? What's kind of keeping me going? This is crazy. You like this? I think I'd go to the Irish section. You're rolling your eyes, I know.
No.
And I would go, and I would get, I would see what the crack is with Jill Quigley's new work. There you go. Another person from the MFA, but I've been kind of stalking her stuff online, revisiting the stuff she did, and I find it fascinating.
Does she have a book out that you would like to get?
Yeah, no, it's Quigley's Castle. I think she has more publications than that. But it was interventionist work in Donegal, where she went into cottages and did luminous paints and streamers and all sorts of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And at the beginning, I didn't get it. I was quite open-ended. I don't know if I ever told you this. I just didn't get it. I just didn't understand it. But that was more about me than Jill. And by the end, I was completely bewitched by the whole thing. And if you knew Jill, you'd kind of get it. Jill's an amazing character. But yeah, that would be if you asked me tomorrow, now that could be a different statement. But this last 4 or 5 days, I've been spending time on my iPhone, my new iPhone. Mm-hmm. XR, nice big screen. I'm on it, and that's what I'm doing. I'm getting in, but I'm really getting tight to the images. I'm kind of looking around the corners. I'm doing all sorts of stuff, and then looking at other works of intervention. There you go. But Rob, can I tell you this really quickly? Because I want to ask you the same question. I worked as a caretaker in Corrigan County Hall. Okay, and there was a big library, and it was the library where all the trucks went out of, and it was closing down. And they had thousands and thousands and thousands of books, okay? But there was 2 shelves of photo books, okay? And I was given the opportunity to go in and take, because they were going to crush all these books, because they couldn't give them away. They weren't allowed to give them away. So they were going to the crusher. And I picked up a few books, okay? Because I had no wit. A few books I just liked, which is the way to do it. But now it haunts me.
Yeah.
It haunts me that there's books in there that must have been super special. My next review will be one of them that I did. That's what I'll do next time.
Okay.
I'll review one of those books, French nudes.
Cool.
More feminists are turning on, or maybe turning on. Who would know?
Cool. All right.
Rob, do we have time? You're going to have to answer the question then next week. What you would do in that?
Well,
You go in, you find a shop. It's got carpet. The carpet's sticky. Okay, the guy behind the thing smells a blow. Okay, he looks hungry.
That's marijuana in North American speak, by the way.
Yeah, that's marijuana. Of course, yes. What book? That's what you're going to answer this next week. What would your book be?
I will. I'll answer it next week.
Good.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Rob, it is as always just okay. A delight.
Just okay. Okay, now I can go
Just
do something
okay.
with my Saturday night.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what I'm doing now? Drinking.
Cheers.
Cheers, bud.
See you next week.
Namaste.
Speakerphone is off. Wine.
And you ready to go? Good. All right. So 3, 2, 1.